producing a news broadcast, a digest of today's news events around the world, was a very expensive proposition. Now, for relatively little money, I can get a news set, news graphics, news-looking anchors, and I can regurgitate news that's already been reported. You look at some of these well-known programs on the cable stations, they don't do any reporting. There's no original content there. They're taking material, information that was developed earlier by the regular news purveyors, and they are talking about it. So it's entertainment, or commentary if you want to give it a better name. It's entertainment about stuff that somebody else has done all the legwork and all the expensive reporting to do. That's a huge difference, and I think the public often is confused by this. So we're looking at two cable television shows about the news of the day, and they're vastly different. They're talking about the same story, they're talking about the same event of the day, but they present it differently. This is Fox.
And it is a new day in our nation's capital. Republicans took control.
The setting is like a traditional newscast, and it surprises or confuses some Americans, apparently. Looks like an anchorman, dressed like an anchorman. We have news graphics, a news set that we'll see later in the presentation. All of this looks like a traditional newscast. It has the trappings, but it's not a newscast. It's a show, an entertainment show about news.
Control of the House of Representatives earlier today as the 112th Congress was officially sworn in. Now, for the American people, that means a return to two-party government.
The suggestion was that in the previous Congress, we didn't have two-party government. That's just not true.
And as the anointed one might say, that is change we can believe in.
The reference to President Obama as the anointed one is so much commentary as to be a senseless insult. It doesn't help the delivery of story information.
Now, the highlight of today's event came as the San Francisco speaker relinquished her power to the new Speaker of the House, Ohio Congressman John Boehner. Now, that is certainly a breath of fresh air after 2 years of Democratic power grabs.
Breath of fresh air, as suggested by Mr. Hannity. That's certainly a subjective comment, and power grab is the same kind of phrase. Now we're going to look at the same story on MSNBC, which has been acknowledged to have a very liberal slant. But keep in mind, it's the same news of the day. It's just a way to make entertainment out of the subject matter that differs.
Good evening from New York. This is Wednesday, January 5th, 671 days until the 2012 presidential election. And it's morning sickness in America.
Totally subjective, totally opinionated, used to inject a certain emotion or concept in the minds of the viewers.
A one-night stand against Congress in November, resulting in a brand new Speaker of the House in January. Congressman John Hanky Please Boehner.
The description of Hanky Please refers to Boehner's inclination to get emotional and sometimes shed a few tears, but it suggests that he's maybe weak, maybe too sensitive. The graphic lead him and weep. The picture has an expression on his face that maybe doesn't look confident.
In our fifth story, a headache for the diminished Democrats, but also for the emboldened Republicans, already breaking their Tea Party promises. Welcome to the 112th Congress, discount house of worship, and flea circus.
The reference to discount house of worship and flea circus is an insulting reference. It's loaded with subjectivity.
Mr. Boehner of Ohio became the 53rd Speaker of the House, describing this day as a time of great challenges.
Once again, making fun of, making humor out of Mr. Boehner's inclination to cry and show a little bit of emotion at big emotional events. Same news story, two different presentations, and not newscasts. These are not newscasts. These are entertainment shows. These are commentary shows. The media has become like a buffet restaurant. When you go into that buffet restaurant, there's salad over here, there are vegetables over here, but there's a lot of greasy meat and good dessert over here. And we're tempted by the easy and the fun and the sweet stuff. And so we take what we like, not what we need. We take what's easy, which includes opinions. It's easy to accept somebody else's opinion if it's in the ballpark with my own, and it's reinforced by a good-looking faux anchorman on a faux news set.
A zealot or a 100%er is a person you want to stay away from. They've got gas, ulcers, BO, heartburn, shingles. I mean, they're on fire.
Kids looking at it.
And they try to take people with them.
Well, I'll call timeout right away.
And they make millions off of green pea people who listen to their crap and get all worked up. They are nothing more than entertainers, and they are glorious at it. They should each have a Medal of Freedom as an